Hello everybody. Today we're going to solve the square one. So if you don't know, the square one is probably one of the hardest to learn WCA events. So for me, it was the hardest to learn just because it's very unique in this sense that is a shape-shifting WCA event. So if you don't know what a square one is, it turns on the top and bottom layers and then in this direction. So you can get some really funky shapes when solving this cube. And so today we're going to be solving it. You're probably thinking it's going to be really hard. Now, it does require a lot of memorization, but it's actually not that hard to solve. Now, speed solving it, like really fast, yes, that is going to be super hard. But this method I'm about to show you, I can get a 45-second solve on it, and I average around 1 minute and 10 seconds. So, I mean, it's not super good. I haven't practiced a lot, but it's also not, like, terrible. Now, this is the beginner's, the easiest method that I could come possible, and it's definitely very inefficient, but you can solve it. So, we're going to be taking a look at how to solve it. So, when you ordered your cube, you probably got a pamphlet that looks something like this. And you're probably looking at it thinking, oh my gosh, there's so many algorithms, it's going to take me 1,000,000 years to learn how to solve one. But if you actually look at this, this is kind of like one look LOL and one look PLL, in a sense. So on this, you can orient all the corners and all the edges on both sides at the same time. But you actually don't have to learn but like 3 of these algorithms, because this also has, in order to get it into a cube shape, multiple different algorithms. So this is what I got with my X-Man pamphlet. So I hope you kept yours, because it will be very helpful. So what we're going to do now is scramble this up. Okay, that looks pretty good. So what we're going to do is, first what you want to try to do is we're going to try to get all of these edge pieces all connected to each other. So as you can see, we have 2 connected here and here. So that's pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect these 2. So what we're going to do is take 2 of these and put it to the bottom, like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to put it so that you can turn it this direction still. And then you're going to put the rest of them right here that you have, and you're going to bring it down. So now we have a bunch of them that are connected. So then what we're going to do is we're going to try to connect some of these. So when we do this, we get that. And we also have this. So this is a really good thing to practice. It's kind of intuitive, but it does take a little bit of practice. This is just kind of basic. So then what I'm going to do is bring this up with this to create 2 pairs like that. And now we have 4. And then I'm going to bring 1 pair down like that. And then find the other pair and bring that pair down. And so this is our goal of what we want to get to. So sometimes you may have it where you have something that looks like this. So what you want to do is you're going to put it on the top. And then you will sometimes get something that looks like this. And then when you have that, you're going to then have this case where you just align them up and then put them in. But it is very intuitive. It does take a little bit of practice, but you'll get it eventually. So then, after you have all of these aligned up, what you want to do is cut it in half, so that you have 4 and 4, and then line it in the middle of that 4 on both sides, like that, and then cut it in half, and then you want to get this piece and then that side, and then when you cut it in half, Then you want to bring these parts over. So now we're back to a cube shape. But look, it's not solved. So now what you got to do is you're going to pair up and make all of these pieces white on one side or yellow on the other side. So what we're going to do is we have this piece here, and I'm going to pair it up with this one. So you can do that by putting this in the top left and this in the front right. And then what you can do is turn it once, like that, and bring that piece up. And then now you have this yellow here and that yellow there. So you can turn it once like that and bring it down. So now you have all of the whites here. So now this is where you're going to have to learn notation and algorithm. So when you're looking at an algorithm, so you see this one, it says slash -3 3 slash 3 -3 slash. So that is an algorithm. So this is a slash, and that's when you turn it like this. So the first number corresponds to the top layer, and then the second number corresponds to the bottom layer. So they're both always in clockwise, and there's no such thing as counterclockwise. So what if it says -3, or there is, negative is counterclockwise, and positive is clockwise. So for the top, if it says like -3, you're going to turn it, the edges count as 2, or the edges count as 1, and the corners count as 2. So we could do -3, would look like that. And at the bottom, it says -3, which would also look like this. And then it would say slash, and then it may say 3, -3 slash. So it'll be something like that. So that's how you read notation. So what we're going to do is we have this piece that needs to go to the bottom and this piece that needs to go to the top. So what you need to do is put one in the back and then the other one at the bottom in the front. And then you're going to do this algorithm. So it's -1, -3, 4, 1, -4, -1, 3, and then 1. And so that replaces those two. So now we're going to put this one in the back, this one in the front. And I will have all of these algorithms that you need to know in the description. So now you put this in the front, or back and front, and you do it again. So it's -1, -3, 4, -1, or sorry, 1, -4, -1, 3, and 1. And then 1. So that is how you get all white. But then look, now you have all of this that's wrong. So now we're going to do that. But first, you may also have a case that looks like this, where you have two that are across from each other. So this is a lot easier than the other one. So what you want to do is you're going to go 1, -1, -1, and -1. So that's really easy to learn, but you don't have to learn that one to solve it, but it's pretty easy to do. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the corners, and we're going to permute them. So there's only one algorithm you're going to have to learn. So what you want to do is if you have it where you have headlights, so these two are solved, but these two are not, which means these two need to flip. Then you're going to do this algorithm. So it's slash 3 slash -3 slash 3 slash -3 slash, sorry. So let's do that again. So when you have headlights and the other two are wrong, but which means these two need to switch places like that. Then you put this pair that's correct on the right side, and you're going to do this algorithm. So it's slash 3 slash negative, or yeah, 3, and then this is negative 3. So when you have headlights, you're going to put it on the right, and then you're going to have two corners that are wrong, but which means these two need to switch. So we're only working on this top layer for now. So what we're going to do is you're going to hold it like this, where this is on the right hand side. So then we're going to go slash negative 3 slash 3 slash negative 3 slash negative 3 slash, and then you're just going to go back like that. And that puts all the corners. And then what we're going to do is going to put this side on this side. So how to do that is you're going to go slash, and then you're just going to go here, and then do the opposite side, and do it again, and then opposite side. And it's pretty simple. But now we'll see if we have headlights, and we do. So then we put that on the right hand side, but sometimes you may not have headlights. So if you don't have headlights, what you're going to do is make sure that the side that obviously doesn't have it solved is on top, and then you're going to do that algorithm. It'll give you headlights, and then you'll have headlights. So then we're going to do the algorithm again, slash negative 3 slash 3 slash negative 3 slash negative 3 slash 3 3. So that is the moves to do that. So now what we're going to do is going to do these edges. So what I see is we are going to end up having to do the parity algorithm, but you're going to have to learn that anyway. So first, what I see is I have this side that's solved and this side that's solved. And on this side, which is really bad, that I have these two across from each other. So sometimes you will get this, and if you have that, you're immediately going to want to do this algorithm because it will help you a ton, and it's not that hard to learn. So if you have this, what you want to make sure is that if you have a solved side, it's on the left side or the right side. So it doesn't matter. And then what you're going to do is you're going to do the algorithm from earlier where it switches these two pieces and these two. So you're going to do that algorithm. And then after you do that, you're going to do a U2, and then you're going to do it again. And that switches those two pieces. Then what we're going to do is we have this side left, so we're going to put this side on the top. So you can go slash, and you rotate it twice, and then do the other side, rotate it twice, and the other side. So now you just switch the sides. So now we have parity. So parity is a really, really long algorithm, and you're going to hate it. But I learned it. You can learn it. Everyone can do it. So what it is it's slash negative 3 slash bottom 3 bottom negative 3 bottom 3 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, yeah, 2 on the bottom, and you're going to go negative 2 on the top, and then you're going to go 4, and then on the bottom, you're going to go negative 2, 2, and then you go negative 1 on the top, 4 on the bottom, then and then you just bring that side over, like that. So now we have all of this solved. And now, as you can see, is that this side is going to end up being red because when you do that, it lines it up. But this side's wrong. So what that means is that this layer needs to go on this side. So we can do that by flipping, by doing the algorithm. So you just do slash, and then you're going to rotate twice, opposite side, rotate twice, opposite side. And then you solved it. But sometimes you can have this where this piece needs to be flipped, and that's really easy. So you're just going to go slash, turn twice, slash, turn twice, slice, turn twice, and that will do it. So there you go. That is my tutorial on how to solve the square one. So just like I said, all of the algorithms will be in the link down below. So I hope this was helpful. Have a great day.